Hey everyone, it's JoJo, and I'm back this week with more Beyblade vs. Surge unboxings. Today I have a double unboxing for you. On the left, we have the Spark Power Set with Brave Valtryek V6 and the new Sparking Bay Launcher. And on the right, we have Brave Rocktavor R6, a booster. And as far as I know, these are the only two ways right now you could get the Brave Energy Wheel. And I did find both of these at Target. So make sure you check your stores to see if they have them in stock. And the funny thing is, I actually found this like a few weeks ago, but just didn't have time to unbox it. And I found this like over a month ago, but the employee wouldn't let me buy it. And when I came back on the date it was supposed to be released, they were all gone. But they should all now be widely available. All right, we're gonna start off with the one on the left, the Spark Power Set, because I think this is what I am more anticipating. So we have Brave Valtryek up front here with not quite the right parts it's supposed to have, and a new Sparking Bay Launcher on the right. Here on the back we have all the parts and stats for Brave Valtryek. This is an attack type, a right rotation Beyblade. The disc is D17 and the performance chip is TSP11, and check out that attack power. And here on the right, an explanation of the Beyblade Sparking Launcher, which could launch in both directions, but also sparks on the top. So that's pretty exciting. And I do have the Takara Tomy Sparking Bay Launcher, which I will do a comparison as usual. And let's bring out this booster. This is Brave Rocktavor R6, a stamina type. Only comes with, the Beyblade by itself. We have a D70 disc and TSP03 performance chip. And it's supposed to be a stamina type, but like, man, those stats are really low. The Brave Energy Wheel is not quite good for stamina overall. It's more of an attacking type of Beyblade. Alright, so let's get these open. First, we're going to take a look at the new Hasbro Sparking Launcher. And it looks great, and it has a lot of similarities to like the sword launcher, and it does hold true to this sparking gimmick on the top as well. So let's take a closer look at the details here. We got some yellow paint apps here with a black back here with lightning bolts. We got the Beyblade logo. We have the actual strip that makes the sparks, and it looks like there are 4 strikers inside of the casing instead of 2 compared to Takara Tomy, which is really neat. Adds a little bit more excitement to the battle. And on top you can see that you could spin this in left and right rotation. Right now the ripcord is in the right slot because Brave Valtryek is a right spinning Beyblade. And the ripcord itself is actually pretty long, and I do like it does hold that, still has that little tab in there, or that little peg, so you could change directions of sprig and chips. And here on the back here is the code, also a little guard here, so that when you hold your Beyblade, when you hold your launcher, it protects your fingers from the Beyblade spinning on this side of the launcher. So it would look like this when you hold it. But yeah, here is the ripcord again. Pretty long too. I think it actually feels pretty sturdy. There's not a lot of Hasbro launchers that I do like. This would probably be in like my top 3 at the moment. Number 1 being the Shark launcher. I forgot what that one was called. The Riptide launcher, and then the Apocalypse Sword launcher. That one was really cool, and I do like this as well. So this would be like my number 3, and it does spark. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. Alright, and here we have the Takara Tomy Sparking Bay Launcher. Again, same strip on the inside with the 2 strikers on top. It doesn't have 4, which is, it's less than what Hasbro has. So it's not going to have that same sparking on this side, but I feel like this does spark a little bit easier for some reason. I think it's because it's a string launcher, and so there's a little bit more power behind it. With this one, you do have to pull a little bit more because it's just a ripcord. But either way, the gimmick still works. And I do have the Takara Tomy sword launcher here just to compare the body, because it does kind of have similarities to that one. And finally, here we have Brave Valtryek. Let's start off with the Storm Chip and Energy Layer. Looking really, really nice. It is plastic all the way around here, but I do like the paint apps for the energy layer because it does have like a really nice metallic like sheen to it. And also what this is supposed to be, it was supposed to be rubber, but I do like that they added it to be like a clear plastic for that aesthetic. And here's the top view of the nice Valtryek storm chip. And on the back we have the code here. I could pop that out for you so you can scan that and get it in the Beyblade Burst app. Next up we have the disc, which is very strange. This is Aero Dash, very light, very thin disc. It would not partner well with this type of Beyblade because it's an attack type. So you definitely want to have something heavier if you want to really bring out the full potential of the attack. But yeah, this used to be like an exclusive disc on Takara Tomy's side, but Hasbro has made it like a little bit easier to obtain. But I am not quite a fan of it. It's, again, just very, very light, very thin, but it is compatible with frames. Next up we have the performance tip. This is evolutional, so kind of like variable, like all the, you know, typical tips of Valkyrie or Valtryek. This one's a little bit taller, but it does have some great attacking power behind it once you get it to wear down a lot more. Once all of these little nubs start wearing down, it's going to have like a really flat rubber tip. So again, if you really want to bring out the full potential of Brave Valtryek's attack power, you gotta up the weight a little, maybe change out the disc and wear down the tip a little bit more so it'll be more aggressive in the base stadium. Next up we have Brave Rocktavor. Not as aesthetically pleasing as original Brave Valtryek, but it is still pretty much the same energy layer. The storm chip is different. It is the Rocktavor version. A lot of Beyblade boosters, they do tend to come with different combinations instead of the original combos. And then for the disc we have RT or Ratchet, also compatible with a disc. And then we've seen this again before. This is a survival. Sorry. It's basically like a very tall version of Survive, but it also has a flattened out tip on the top there. So it's not sharp. It's not going to be as, you know, it's not going to stay in the center of the stadium like a regular Survive performance tip. Right, and that is Brave Rocktavor. Next up, we're going to do a comparison between Brave Valtryek to Brave Valkyrie. So a lot of you already know that Brave Valkyrie, Takara Tomy, has rubber on the layer to kind of increase that bound attack that Valkyrie usually has, but the Hasbro version does not have rubber. It just has this yellow plastic. But there is a lot of weight loss on Hasbro's side. So we're going to do a weight comparison. So here is Takara Tomy, 14.97, Hasbro 11.72. All right, let's test out this new launcher, shall we? All right, so I'll be comparing it to the regular ripcorded launcher that the SpeedStorm Beyblades normally come with. First, a test launch with Brave Valtryek and the regular ripcord and launcher. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Pretty good movement. Doesn't even go into the surge zones over here. But I'm pretty sure that's going to change with the new sparking launcher. So let's try it out. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Very much better movement, but again, still did not get up into this surge zones. Let's try that again. There we go. Just gotta launch a little bit harder, that's all. Next up, Brave Rocktavor with the regular launcher. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, remember that the tip is not quite a sharp tip. It does have a little bit of a flat tip there, so it does move around more than the regular Survive tip. Alright, so okay, stamina, but let's try it with a new Bay launcher. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Much better. Alright, let's do some test battles with other Hasbro Bay launchers. So I have Curse the Tomb here. I'll be launching it with the Apocalypse Blade or the sword launcher and the Riptide launcher as well. And for the sparking launcher, I'll be using both of these against Curse the Tomb. Alright, so first test battle against Brave Valtryek. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Ooh, still not able to defeat Curse the Tomb. Now with the Riptide Bay Launcher. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Ooh, close battle. Almost had it though. But it still went to Curse the Tomb. Next up we have Brave Rocktavor. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Ooh, not quite, but still really close. And once again with the Riptide, 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Ooh, got him this time. Okay, so overall, the new Sparking Bay launcher, not a bad launcher, but I would still rank these two above it. I feel like the power and the comfortability of holding it in my hand is still way better than this new sparking one. But the sparking one does have a really cool sparking gimmick on the top of the launcher, so that's really fun. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you think about the new Brave Valtryek with the Sparking Bay launcher and Brave Rocktavor as well. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time with more Beyblade Burst. See you soon.